We searched for a man named Jim Sonnett. And the legends folks tell may be true. Most call him gunman and killer. He's my son, who I hardly knew. I raised Jim's boy from the cradle. Till the day he said to me, I have to go find my father. And I reckoned that's how it should be. So we ride, Jim's boy and me.
Sonnett. Jim Sonnett. Jim Sonnett.
Our quarrel was last night. It's finished.
After you draw, Sonnett, then it'll be finished.
Step aside, Ike, and I'll be on my way.
You, strangers?
Just, passing through.
Well, there's gonna be a lot of strangers coming to Willow. Yes, sir. Old Willow's gonna be right on the map.
You forgot the salt, Joby.
Oh, salt.
The food will be ready in a minute, gents.
Sure is quiet in here, ain't it?
Well, that figures. This here's farming country. Don't reckon they get much business till after it's too dark to plow.
Salt. I reckon you heard about the excitement we had last week.
No, I reckon we didn't.
Well, we had us a real live gunfight right out on the street. Old like Metcalf. He sure picked the wrong man to fool with. Jim Sonnett's the man who killed him.
That's so?
Mm-hmm. Nobody crosses Jim Sonnett and lives to tell about it.
Is that a fact?
Uh-huh. I've seen the best in Wichita and Abilene and... I even backed up Wyatt Earp once. But this here Jim Sonnett, he's the best.
This, Metcalf, he Pushed Sonnett pretty hard, huh?
Oh, he didn't have to. Well, you just look at Jim Sonnett cross-eyed and you got trouble. I know. You see, Jim and me, well, we're friends.
Joby, you get paid to work here, not stand around and jaw.
Good friends.
Well, go on. Now get to
So
work. Here you are, gents.
Pretty good, wasn't it, Grandpa?
Yeah, the beans were a mite of wash.
Well, can I get you anything?
No, I don't think so. You, Grandpa?
No, I'm fine.
How was the food?
Good.
Old Ed, the bartender, he waters them beans.
See? What'd I tell you?
Your room's ready, Mr. Sonnett. Number 7.
Thank you.
What, did he call you Mr. Sonnett?
That's my name. Well, Jeff, take our gear up to the room. I'm going to see the sheriff.
Okay.
Are you kin of Jim Sonnett?
That's right.
Well,
Howdy.
Can I help you?
Yeah, my name is Sonnett. I'm trying to get a line on my son, James.
Jim Sonnett, your boy?
That's right.
He killed a man here last week.
So I heard. I was wondering if you know where he went from here.
The killer don't usually advertise where he's going next.
No. Out and out killing, was it?
Well, it wasn't exactly murder. Not technical like. When a gunfighter goads a man into drawing first, sometimes I feel like throwing away the book.
You saying that's what James did?
They got into an argument over in a saloon. Didn't much come of it then. The next day, Sonnett got drunk. Started saying as how if Ike Metcalf came into town, he was going to gun him down. Now, Ike wouldn't have been much of a man if he lets a stranger keep him out of his own town.
Did you hear James say this?
No. I didn't have to. Ike hung on for a couple of hours, he told me. Now, there ain't no reason for a dying man to lie.
And you don't know where James went from here?
I don't know and I don't care. I'm just happy to have him out of my town. Are you planning on staying long?
Not long. Why?
Well, Ike had 2 partners, Ralph and Miller Johnson. They ain't too happy about the way he died. I don't want no more trouble.
Well, like I said, I'm just here to get a line on my son, James.
You find out anything from the sheriff?
Nothing of any use to us.
I see what you mean by these books. Listen. Jim Sonnett's killer eyes bore into his intended victim with a killer's lust.
According to the sheriff, that fits James to a T.
That swamper Joby from the saloon said Paul was just like this book. Got a dirty old napkin he said Paul used. Broken stirrup and a spent round he said Paul killed Metcalf with.
You know, they wrote a book like this about me once.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, a long time ago. Said I could spot a Comanche at 200 yards on a moonless night. Of course, in them days, the books was more honest than they is now.
Sure.
Sheriff says James got drunk and was boasting around town that if Metcalf came back in while he was there, he was going to kill him.
Now, that don't sound like Paul.
Sheriff says Metcalf's the one who told him just before he died.
Well, Metcalf could have lied.
Dying men don't usually lie.
Well, how'd this come about?
They ate in the saloon. I waited on them.
It don't make sense.
You mean they just sat there and laughed about Jim Sonnett killing Ike?
Laughing and bragging and
what?
Well, I told them that Ike's partners wouldn't be too happy about them carrying on. They said that if Ike's partners was even half men, they'd come into town and face him. They also said that it's a good thing for you that you didn't. Or you get the same thing as Ike.
Oh, they said that, huh? Joby, you go back to town, and you tell them we'll be there tomorrow. You hear? You tell them that if they're still in town...
Now, hold it, Ralph. This needs a little more thinking.
Thank you.
Well, I'm just telling you what they said. Of course, if you all think that it's none of my business, well, I'll be going.
Thanks, Joby.
Hey, where are you going?
I reckon we're riding on.
But you can't.
What do you mean we can't?
Well, I thought that you was going to try to find out where Jim went.
We tried.
Yeah. But you haven't even talked to Miss Maisie.
And who might this Miss Maisie be?
That's where Jim stayed. You see, he only took his meals here, and I reckon if anybody'd know where Jim went, she would.
Well, now, why didn't you tell us this yesterday?
Well, I thought that you was going to be here a couple of days, and,
Where's this Miss Maisie live?
big house down the street.
All right, you can show me.
I'm sorry. I've got to get to work. The boss is mad enough at me.
Miss Maisie?
A little late, ain't it?
Well, it's after sunup, ma'am.
Wait here.
Well, now, you don't look like you've been up all night, so you must be an early riser.
Yes, ma'am, I'm,
You can have a drink if you like.
No, ma'am, thank you.
I'm going to have some coffee myself. Won't take a minute.
I told him what you said, and they was out in the street before sunup, laughing and saying how they bet you wouldn't come.
Miller, if we don't face them, we'll be the laughing stock of town.
All right. Don't like it? I reckon ain't much else we can do.
You go back to town. You tell them we're on our way.
I'll tell him.
Look, ma'am, I've come for some information about my son, James Sonnett.
James? Oh, you mean Jim Sonnett?
Yes, ma'am.
He's the one that killed Ike Metcalf, huh? Boy, Ike used to be one of my Well, he was a very good friend of mine.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, ma'am. I was wondering if you could tell me where James might have gone when he left Willow.
Well, how in the world would I know?
Well, James might have said something to you that...
Jim Sonnett was never here. I never saw him in my whole life.
Well, howdy, gents. How about a little eye-opener?
Where's that swamp of yours?
Joby? Ain't even know. But he was supposed to be cleaning up in it right now. If this is important, you might try the Johnsons. It's 2 miles north.
Now, what would he be doing out there?
Darned if I know. But ever since Ike went and got himself shot, well, Joby's been spending quite a bit of time with them Johnsons.
Much obliged. Come on, Jeff. I'll explain on the way. Don't try it.
Mr. Sonnett? Oh, Ed.
Say, where you been?
Where are they?
Where who?
The Sonnets. Where'd they go?
What's going on here, Joby? Are you in some kind of trouble?
Where did they go?
Well, they left about 10, 15 minutes
Oh,
ago.
they can't.
Hold on, you got work to do.
Oh, no. They can't have gone. It ain't fair. After all I've done. I was afraid you'd left.
Afraid, Joby? How come?
Well,
Go on, what?
Well, the Johnsons, I wanted to tell you that,
Now, tell us what, Joby? What about the Johnsons?
They're gunning for you.
Now, why'd they want to do that?
To get even. To even things up on account of Jim shot their partner.
Why did my Paul kill their partner?
Well, like I told you, he got in Jim's way. Look, the Johnsons, they'll be here any minute. You got to start getting ready.
Here, Joby. Little something for your collection.
Well, what's this?
We met up with the Johnsons out in the road.
You shot him?
Oh, it's a shame you missed it, Joby. Seeing as how you like gunfights and all.
This is a pretty good one, too. I got my man with the first shot. He was dead before he hit the ground. Now, Jeff's man, he wasn't so lucky. Was he, Jeff?
No. Well, my foot slipped just as I fired. Had to shoot him twice.
Oh. Which one? Which one got it twice?
Well, now, I wouldn't know one from the other.
No, of course you wouldn't.
Well, he didn't tell us his name, you know. He was too busy telling us other things. Things like how you said we was gunning for them.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, Joby.
No, I didn't.
Dying men don't lie.
I didn't.
I don't know no good reason why I shouldn't gun you down like a dog. But Jeff here, he's young. He figures even a dog ought to have a chance. Here, put that in your belt.
No.
Take it! I'm going to count 3. Then you draw. 1.
Look at me, Joby. Now, you look me in the eye. Just how my paw looked.
2. 3.
Oh, come on, Joby, you can do better than that. Remember the time you backed up Wyatt Earp?
I never backed up. Why, I never heard.
What the devil's going on here? Sonnett, I told you.
Hold it right there, Sheriff. Just stand easy. Again, Joby.
Sonnett, this is murder.
Maybe. Again, Joby.
But I can't.
Oh, but you have to, Joby. It's what it means to be a gunfighter. It's what you've always wanted to be, Joby. Now's your chance.
1.
I can't. I can't.
You lied to Ike Metcalf about my paw. It's like you lied to the Johnsons about us. Not like in the book, huh?
You ain't dead.
No. But I got a hunch you're gonna wish we were.
Looks like we owe you an apology. Appears you Sonnett ain't as bad as we figured.
Next time you see my son, James, you tell him that. Come on, boy. You're mighty quiet.
I was thinking about Joby. I almost killed him.
You wasn't closer than 4 inches.
No. I mean, on purpose. I got to thinking about the trouble he'd caused and the man Paul killed because of him, and I almost aimed true.
And why didn't she?
Well, what would have been gained by it? It wouldn't have brought that dead man back to life, and besides, somebody like Joby, well, he's sick. In a way, he is. Well, I reckon somebody else has to judge him. I don't have that right.
You know, Jeff, I was a little worried when we first set out to find your pa. But I reckon if we never catch up to him, as long as you keep on learning things like that, well, we're a little bit ahead. Time to bed down again. Dear Lord, I hope you'll grant forgiveness for what Joby's done. A man with sickness in his mind who made a hero of a gun.